Report, Colin. What is on the show today?
Blazing 5 is the best of the year. Steelers, Ravens is just class and dignity and refinement and winning and Super Bowls and trophies. And yet the Browns want our respect. That's coming up.
Thanks, Colin. Now, Mike D'Antoni and Ime Udoka are reportedly finalizing deals to join the Brooklyn coaching staff under Steve Nash. D'Antoni coached Nash on the Suns, and now the two will be reunited in an attempt to lead Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to a ring in their first season together. Shannon, what was your reaction to this hire?
I was surprised. I think Mike D'Antoni opted out thinking that these jobs were going to be available, and none of the jobs that he thought he was going to land is there, Skip. You don't opt out to become an assistant. You opt out to think you're going to get another head coaching job. Udoka, I understand that because Brett Brown was let go in Philly, and so he was without a job. He was on Pop's staff for 6-7 years, and so I get that move. But Mike D'Antoni signed on to Steve Nash's staff because the head coaching vacancies that he thought he might be in line for, they never materialized.
Shannon, your Lakers are even in more trouble because here comes D'Antoni and Nash recreating their 7 seconds or less Phoenix offense with Kyrie in the middle and KD as the Amari Stoudemire. They will be unstoppable. They're going to win the Eastern Conference, and if you're lucky, you'll get to the finals. But now that Rondo appears to be going to the Clippers, you're sunk.
Skip, hold on. I thought you told me there was no D. I thought it was Mike D'Antoni. Because what was the problem when he was in, what was his problem in Phoenix? What was his problem in Houston? They don't play no defense. And you know this, and I know this. When you get to the NBA Finals, you must play defense. And what do we have? The best defensive player, and old Goat James, when he needs to summons it up, he can drop down and sit in that chair with the best of them for 5 to 7 minutes.
Can you imagine Kyrie and KD in this offense? They will just outscore everybody they play because we know KD is still the best player on this planet.
Skip, what was Dallas' problem? Dallas had the highest rated offense in NBA history. But what couldn't they do? They couldn't stop nothing or no one.
Good luck.
All right,
Go, James.
That is all we have for you today. Enjoy your Halloween weekend. We'll be back Monday at 9:30 Eastern, but don't go anywhere because The Herd with Colin and Joy starts right now. The Cowboys find themselves as large underdogs as they hit the road to face the Eagles on Sunday night. And of course, we are one day away from Halloween, so maybe we're just living in a bizarre world. But Shannon, you actually think the Cowboys will keep it much closer than Skip does. So you've had a couple hours to reconsider now. So Shannon, do you still stand by what you said?
Yeah, I stand by it. I don't think this will be a 30-point blowout, Skip. You know, because here's the thing. It's not like Philly is this fine oil machine, this well-oiled machine that's going up and down the field on everyone else. Look, their opening drive is normally really good. They go right down the field, get a touchdown, field goal, and then they have these periods of lull, 10, 15 minutes, where they just, like, do absolutely nothing. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, turnover, fumble, pick. And they're dealing with a lot of injuries also, Skip. Their offensive line isn't very good. They're counting on a lot of fill-in guys at the skill set position. You mentioned Boston Scott, Fulgham, Greg Ward Jr., I think it's Hightower. Those guys can play, Skip, but when you're dealing with guys like this, you don't really know what you're going to get from week to week. That's kind of why they've been practice squad guys and kind of bounced around the league. But over the last 2 or 3 weeks, they played extremely well. Defensively, I know exactly what I'm going to get from a Jim Schwartz-led defense. Pressure. Lots and lots of pressure. And the weakness of a wide 9 defense in which the Eagles run is the ability to run the football. Can they establish the run to keep Fletcher Cox from saying, I'm not even worried about Zeke. They're not going to hand it to Zeke. Let me go get DiNucci, or let me go get Andy Dalton, whomever the quarterback may be. So I do not believe this is going to be a blowout, Skip, although I am picking the Eagles. I believe the Cowboys will keep this game a lot closer for a lot longer, and ultimately I think the Eagles will win this game.
Do you stand by how you opened this show telling me that my Cowboys have a quote-unquote real shot in this game?
Yes. They do, Skip. They
Real
do.
Shot?
You, Skip. You think,
Shoot
look,
me. Put me out of my misery.
I think the thing is, Skip, is that when you're dealing with the unknown, the quarterback, yes, he's a 7th-round draft pick, but the Cowboys saw something in him to draft him in the 7th round. And because they don't have a whole lot of tape, NFL tape on him, Skip, they can do some things that could possibly catch the Eagles off guard and surprise them. But once the Eagles get back, go to the sideline and says, okay, this is what they're doing, this is how they're trying to attack us, they can figure it out. But it might be 7, 10 points before they figure that out.
Shannon, my quarterback is probably going to be Benjamin Anthony DiNucci from James Madison, drafted in the 7th round. Acronym BAD, B-A-D. And he'll probably be even worse than bad. He got 12 snaps at Washington. And he completed 2 or 3 passes, but he got sacked 3 times in 12 plays, and he fumbled twice. And fortunately for me, my team fell on the loose footballs and kept the score only 25-3 bad, as in B-A-D, Benjamin Anthony DiNucci. Shannon, we're talking about the guy I hear every day is by far the best quarterback in the NFC East, says Shannon Sharp. Walk it to him, Wentz. Against the worst defense by far in all of pro football, and maybe historically the worst defense, because they're on pace to be the worst since the 1961 Oakland Raiders. Are you kidding me? This is a complete mismatch. My team has quit in 2 straight games. It quit against Arizona and lost 38-10, and it didn't even show up at Washington and got blown off the field by a bad football team 25-3. And the last time I saw my team in Philly with my quarterback, Dak Prescott, upright, they scored a grand total of 9 points against Jim Schwartz's defense and lost 17-9. I'm talking about Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham and Derek Barnett and Malik Jackson. They're going to be coming from everywhere in that wide line on poor bad Benjamin Anthony DiNucci from James Madison, who flamed out at Pitt. He couldn't hack it at Pitt, so he went to the Colonial Athletic Association, where he won Player of the Year last year. Maybe Andy Dalton can play, and then maybe I'd have a microscopic chance. But this way, against this team, listen, I hate the Eagles. I grew up hating the Eagles. I love my Cowboys to a fault, but they have shown me no evidence they're even competitive this year, to the point I cannot make a case they can win one more game. Even against Washington on Thanksgiving Day, after what I saw last Sunday, I don't think they can beat them. I don't think they can beat Joe Burrow at Cincinnati. Not this year with this defense and this pathetic offensive line. I've got 2 tackles who cannot protect the flanks. One of them, an undrafted free agent rookie from Texas Tech. Shannon, it's a mismatch. I'm being nice to my team and saying they're going to lose 35-10. And if you want... If you really want to push me, I'm so despondent that I will take the Eagles for a case of due. I will bet against my team, and I will give you the points. What is it, around 9 points right now? It's been as much as 9.5. I'll give you the 9 points. I'd give you 10 points, and I'll still take the Eagles over my Cowboys. And you refuse to because you know I'm right.
Skip, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I walk into the morning's meeting. I say, we're going to Philly and we're going to win this game. And this is how we're going to win this game. Everybody keeps telling us how bad we are. Guys, we're not that bad. We're just a few blown assignments. We're just a few MAs away from being this and this. We're going to win this game. Defense, you're going to play your best game thus far. Offense, we are going to run the football. Zeke Elliott, you are going to show why you are still a top back in this league. We are going to run this football. We're going to protect our rookie quarterback, and we're going to leave Philly with a victory on Sunday. If I'm Mike McCarthy, that's what I'm telling him. I'm going to pull 15 offensive plays, 15 defensive plays in which we were perfect, which we were very good. And I'm saying, you see, this is what we can be. This is what we should be. And this is what we will be on Sunday night.
Shannon, this team has quit on both mics. We should drop the mic on both mics, McCarthy and Nolan. I'm sorry, it's over. It's 35-10 Eagles.
I'm trying to give you a pep talk, and you don't even want the pep talk.
I don't need a pep talk. I need Pepto-Bismol.
On that note, we are switching gears to the NBA. Are the Nets making more moves to help push Durant and Kyrie to winning their first title together? We'll give you the latest next.